How's it? My name is Sally, and I am Wooldiaries on Instagram and on Ravelry. This is my podcast. I have forgotten what I did. The last time I podcasted was on the 29th of October. And today is the 3rd of December. It is Thursday. My boys aren't finished school officially. Matthew finished writing exams. He went back yesterday and got all his results. He now just has to go back on the 9th of December and get his textbooks for next year and his report. Deacon only actually finishes on the 9th, but they're not doing anything, so he's not at school today. I'm a bad mommy. He'll go back tomorrow because they've got prize giving tomorrow at school, academic prize giving tomorrow at school. So tomorrow, tough luck for mom and for him, but he has to go back. Right, there's no sport today. Why? Because I can't be bothered to go and look it all up, to be honest. What has been happening? Well, in November, my boys write their exams, end of year exams. I did do a whole big long explanation. I went a bit bonkers on the thread explaining that here in South Africa our school year runs from January to December, and in November, the October-November, the schools write exams. It's the year-end exams. If you have any questions about that big long blurb I put up there, please feel free to ask me. I know I'm always interested in other people's school, what happens there and what doesn't happen. And yeah, so if you're interested, please feel free. We do work a little bit differently, but then our seasons are a bit different to yours. We have our long holiday now in December. I know the other Southern Hemisphere countries, or I know Australia and New Zealand work the same as us as well. But I know the Northern Hemispheres have their year starts in August, September, whenever it is, and then it goes through to June, July. Yeah, that confuses us in the Southern Hemisphere completely. But anywho, so I'm surrounded by stuffs. Let's start with the first one because it is, okay, so today is the low in Sandton, Gauteng, is going to be 16 and the high is 28, which is 60.8 to 82.4. It rained all night last night, which is fantastic. We are at the moment under water restrictions in Joburg because we haven't had enough rain and our rivers aren't running. So today is actually overcast, but it's still hot. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be hot just because it's overcast. Saturday was actually cold. Saturday I actually had, I don't wear tracksuit pants. I had yoga pants on and I had a cardigan and I had socks on. It was cold on Saturday. And then of course on Sunday we started melting all over again and we've melted ever since. What other blabber can I talk about? Let's see. Last night I went to Deacon's drum recital at his school. All the kids that do drums, they call it a recital. But now if you think about recital, you think about like violin and piano. Drum recitals are completely different. It's like going to a rock concert. It's not sitting there just all stiff and all done at the end. It's shouting and encouraging the kids, and the kids that are waiting are banging their drumsticks against each other. And some of these kids are amazing. Not just, there's some that are very technically amazing. I mean, awe-inspiring. But there's some that are technically amazing and showmanship amazing, and they just bomb it out. And it is awesome to watch. Deacon, because he did his first international exam this year, they did a lot of prep on getting him ready for his international drum exam, which he passed. He does the Trinity exam. He passed the Trinity exam. He got 98%, little snot. He got the highest in the school for the exam. And just a bit of bragging there. because he was preparing for that, he didn't have time to prepare a piece for the concert. So he did one of the songs that he had been doing in class, not one for his exam, but one that he'd been doing in his class. And yeah, it was good. He didn't make any mistakes, which I was petrified of, because on Tuesday when he practiced, he couldn't do it once without making mistakes. So I was a bit nervous. He didn't make any mistakes. He did it all the way through, rock star. He did his showmanship, sticking out his tongue and holding his drumsticks up. But the way the song is, the backing track and the drumming, it doesn't sound like they're synced. They are, and it does work, but to the untrained ear, and if you don't know it, it sounds awful. So I didn't record him. We did, however, pay for the professional video, so we will have it for prosperity. What else have we been doing? Let's see. What else have I been doing? I've got big news to say at the end. Oh, I need to write that down. Big news at the end. Big news at end equals. No, I'm not going to tell you now. What else have we been up to? Deacon had his drum. Matthew's just been writing exams. So draining. I don't write my kids' exams for them. In other words, I don't sit and study with them. I don't do their study notes. There are plenty of moms who do. I don't do their study notes. I make sure that everything else around them runs smoothly. So I fetch them when they need to be fetched. I feed them as soon as they get home. Make sure that their bedroom is in a state that they can actually sit and study, and they've got no reason to not sit and study. It was an eye opener that both of them wrote this year. I've only ever had one writing. This was Deacon's first time of writing official end of year exams. And it was a bit hectic. At one stage, and my husband's car broke down. So at one stage, we had all three of them because they were waiting for parts for his car. At one stage, I was driving all three of them around, and my husband does a radio show on a Tuesday morning. And so the one Tuesday, I dropped the boys off at school, dropped husband off at the radio, then had to wait for him to finish his segment on the radio. Then I took him to work. Hubby finishes at 9, yes. Took him to work, went and fetched Deacon, who finished at 10, and then went and fetched Matthew, who finished at 11. And then I came home, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm finished. I took my shoes off, put my pajamas on, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm not going. I refuse. Oh, then I had to go. But I went to the train station to fetch my husband on the way home. He had been catching the Gautrain, but he couldn't catch it to the radio station because there's no Gautrain station near it. So that's why I took him. That's right. And I did fetch him in my pajamas. I put a T-shirt on. People can't see me. I drive a big car. People can't see at the bottom. I often fetch the boys in a T-shirt and pajamas and slippers on the bottom. People can't see. As long as I don't get out the car, it's fine. Which is why some people call me PJJ. Because I walk around in my pajamas. There is another reason, but I'm not going to tell you. I think that's enough blubber, and I'm boiling hot, so I need to get going. Right, so I finished. November was Nanny Swaymo month, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month. And although I didn't participate officially because I was so busy I couldn't take photos, and I was literally exhausted after every day driving around and getting all the things done. So I did participate, but I didn't officially participate. Now, Nanny Swaymo is a knit-along that's run by Fluffy K. She has the Corner of Knit and Tea podcast. She is awesome. I do dig it to bits and pieces. And she had an epic time with hers. And it runs concurrently with the National Write a Novel Month. I think that's right. You've got to write 50,000 words. So we've got to knit 50,000 stitches. I did not count. I could have, but it got short rows, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So anyway, as you can see, my towel that I pulled out got transformed into the most amazing sweater ever. I will make another one of these. This is the antler pullover, not cardigan. Not cardigan. This is the antler pullover by I Don't Want to Lie to You. And I'm so prepared I could just platz. It is by, watch me, I've deleted the pattern off my iPad now, because I'm like that. But I do want to make another one. I do love it to pieces. So hopefully I did. There you go. I didn't. Ah! It is the antler cardigan by Ankerstrik. I mean antler pullover. So I'm not going to show you the rest of the pattern, but that's it. Okay, it's 2-color. It is contiguous sleeve. It is the first time I've done a contiguous sleeve, and I love it to bits and pieces. So the yoke is, and it feels, excuse me, it feels like it's sitting skew on me, but it's not. But on the picture, it looks, on me, there, what you see, it looks skew. So I took my towel yarn, and I knew I wanted to use it. I really wanted to use it. I love the color. I love the yarn. So this is Nurturing Fibers in the Cruster colorway. And what it is you do the front and the back are garter, and then the sleeves are stockinette. All the way from the top, it's all stockinette. You do short row shaping for the back to make the back longer. And then you knit the sleeves, and then you do a garter ridge, which I absolutely love, and then you do the second color. Now, everybody with orangutan arms, if you make this, knit the body color longer. I knitted the same length as what she said, then did that, and then I did the required amount, because if you look on the picture, her sleeves look long. So I'm like, okay, well, bonus, her sleeves will be long for me as well. Well, they'll be normal length. No. So I had to do extra of the, it's not a try and smash, I don't mind. I'm just saying, I would have, the next one I'm going to do the main color longer. And then you do the body. So you do the body, and then you do the bottom. And they're short rowing. It does curve a little bit, but not as much as I wanted. I had favourite of somebody's who did a much nicer curve. Of course, okay, I need to take this. Of course, I didn't read those instructions until after I had finished mine, like a doorknob. Sorry, I slept funny on my shoulder, and it's actually quite freaking sore. I feel old, people. I feel old. Right, there you go. Now I'm not boiling. So that is my antler. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've just noticed there's an end that I haven't woven in. Oh, I'll have to do that just now. Oh, I thought I got all the ends. But that's fine. Okay, so that was one of my FOs for November. My other one was my November socks from the Sally and Sally sock along for 2015. Sally Jane did it. It was Gina, Stella Fiberworks. She did the... See, I don't like wearing things. She did the yarn for us this month, or last month for November. And it was inspired by a beach towel. I made short socks, first time ever. Why did you make short socks, Sally? I made short socks, because it was stupid hot in November as well. I'm talking 36, 37, stupid hot. Day after day after day. And second of all, I wanted to get my antler finished, because I'd set myself a goal. So I was knitting them at the same time, and I wanted the socks finished and I wanted the antler finished at the same time. So I made these short socks. No, mine do not match. Two of them. It's the rounded toe, which is called favorite toe on Ravelry now. My normal foot, I did fish lips kiss heel, and then I just, what did I do? I did 3 stripes and then 3 stripes in the ribbing. And those are my socks. And I haven't worn them because it's been too bloody hot. I know I will wear them because sometimes I'm like, oh, hot dog, I just want short socks, and I don't have any short socks. So I think next year I might be making some more. But yes, these are my November socks. They do not match. So there's that. My other thing that I made was a Cupido cowl. I feel like such an old person with a sore shoulder. Oops. Is a Cupido cowl. Now, Helena, my knitting doctor, she went back to Wales. She deserted us and she went back to Wales. And we did a knit along together and I epically failed. And I did promise, wow, this is hot. I did promise that I was going to get it done. So I ordered yarn from Gina. And when it all arrived, I was like, I can't remember what I ordered it for. And then I remembered, and once again, it's Nurturing Fibers who worsted. It's in the Tanglewood colorway, and it's silk merino and mohair. Now the mohair is a bit itchy, but I'm sure. Like now, I'm fine with it already. It's so warm and so squishy. This took me 2 days. Why did it take me 2 days? Because you have to count. I do want a longer version. I do like this one as well. For this reason. I do like this one, but I do want a longer one as well. Oh my God. So those are my 3 FOs for November. Not bad, not bad. I just saw something else in November, but I'm not sure. I might rip it out. I love it, and it looks beautiful, but it's not an easy, it is an easy knit. I've made one before. I have made one before. It's a spiral cowl by Nitty Gritty Thoughts. I have made one before. I've got a purple and grey and yellow one, like speckledy. And I have made one before. Oh, hold on a minute. Look here, I've got tags. Do I? Or I could just be lying to you. The Cupido cowl, I am lying to you. The Cupido, I'm not. The Cupido cowl is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's by the same lady who did that. I've got my hair in my mouth. The Hitafute. Okay, so it's that what my cowl is made out of is Nurturing Fibers hand painted spaghetti Aran, merino, silk, and kid mohair. There you go. Okay. So now, one of the other things I ordered from Gina was 2 of hers, because I haven't tried this base yet. 2 of her Vital DK. It's 100% superwash merino. It's 50 grams, and I got 2 in the Lighthouse in the Mist colorway. So it's greys and but it's a dark. It's not a proper natural color. It's like a darkish natural color, and then some blips of yellow for the Lighthouse. And I started the spiral cowl. Now this is all I've done, and I've done this much because I'm undecided. I love the pattern. I love the way it looks. I love wearing mine. But you have to count every single round. There is no round that you can't count, and you can't use stitch markers because the pattern travels. So that's what it looks. Okay, excuse me. That's what it looks like. And that's my attempt to try and remember where the beginning of the round is. It doesn't work. So that's what yes, I did it. Folded picot edge. I did exactly as the pattern said. I did it on my last one and I loved it. But yes, it's hasn't gotten much work. That was one day. It hasn't gotten much more work on it because I'm undecided. Normally, if I'm undecided, it gets frogged. Oh, sleeves got frogged, by the way. Came out too small. It's fine. It's not a train smash. It's not a problem with the pattern. I think the yarn is too thick. So that is living in a bag that I made for myself out of the lovely material that Elaine Ellaby got me from England, from London. So that's that. December socks. It was my turn. Now I didn't make myself a bag because I've been making myself a lot of bags because I've been doing some prototype sewing. So I definitely don't need bags. I've got more bags than I can ever flip and hope to use. Really? Seriously? That's the problem about making bags. I do, however, need to make sweater bags because I don't have any to fit my sweaters in. So what mine's in another one that Elaine gave me, a itty bitty little sock sack that I'm testing out. It failed, so no, I won't be selling these in the shop, South Africans. Sorry. I am working on another one though. So it was my turn. Watch Sally Jane if you want to know exactly what I gave her. What the sock bag, sorry, I'm just rummaging in another thing next to me for the tag because I found it in the most bizarre place this morning and I put it somewhere else. And now, of course, really? Really? There it is. Bingo, found it. Okay, so I ordered from the amazing Wendy from Yarn Stash P&B. People go buy all the things. Her Christmas colorways. She didn't even get to put them in her shop. I just bought them all. There are more, but I can't show you because I've gifted them and I'm waiting for those to be opened. So, this one is called Christmas Holly. This is on her 60% merino, 40% nylon sock base. This is what it looks like. I love it. But you know, I love me a bit of variegated sock yarn. I love me a bit of variegated. Except for when it flashes and pulls up my stomach. Now, I cast these on. And last night, before the drum rehearsal, before the drum concert recital, not rehearsal, I was like, I'm going to do a pattern. And then, of course, because I decided to do a pattern, I couldn't knit on them while I was in the drum concert. So I'm going to actually have to tink them back. So I'm not going to show you the side of the pattern because that's not what they're going to look like. But there's my toe and about 3 rows. I love it. I do love it. It's so pretty. So pretty. So those need to be tinked back 2 rows and then I will carry on. But that is just started. I started yesterday. I actually started on the 1st, but I didn't get much done on the 1st. Because what I have been working on, because I am insane like that, is I have loved this cardigan since I saw it. And I knew I wanted to do it in a kind of a gradient. Now, no dyer in South Africa does a gradient kit where you can buy a gradient kit and turn it into a sweater or turn it into, you know, you get skeins so you can manage it yourself. We do have one dyer, we have 2 dyers that do gradients, but it's one ball and you can't manage it. It just, you know, as it comes, it comes. So I've made my own gradient out of the stash that I have. I've got like 2 balls of this grey, 2 balls of that grey, 2 balls of this grey. So I just put it all down together. I took a photo of it and then I made it black and white, and the 2 last greys were too close to each other to be defined, so I've actually added red in there. If you want to go see that, because like a doorknob I've left it in the lounge, the rest of the yarn, you can go and look on my Instagram. So I am doing the winter wheat cardigan by Atelier Alpha. Some lady that does the 3-in-1 that I love. Okay, so this cardigan, you knit up the front and around the back, and then you do a whole lot of stuff, and then you start knitting down, and then you do a whole lot of stuff, and then you pick up the sleeves, and then you knit the sleeves. I did not know all this, but I feel like I'm knitting a blanket, people. Okay, so I cast on, not the Sunday that's past, the Sunday before that. And I am now on section 3. So section 1 is the black hole of twisted rib. That's all I'm going to say. People, it took me forever. It took me nearly a week to do the twisted rib section. That's why I'm calling it the black hole of twisted rib. And that's just in natural. Then the next one I've got is the next section 2, and that is in Snow Fox. So it's white and silver. Then the next section I'm busy doing now, which thank the Pope is just stocking it, is silver. Then I've got, this is all nurturing fibers. It's from, I've bought from Gina, I've bought from D-Stashes, it's all, or I've been gifted it. It's yarn from my stash that I'm putting together. I've got Cape of Storms that comes next. It's called Cape of Storms. It's it's a bit darker than the silver, and then a much darker grey. So yes, I've still got a ways to go. I judge my, and I'm going to do it very quickly. I judge my status on what page I'm on, and I'm not even on the finished the first page. And I've done so much. And I'm on, what did we say? 392 stitches. That's what I'm on now. Because you do increases. And that's what I'm telling you. Oh, and I bought myself some new Pro Zings. These are the 3.5 millimeter needles. I do love them. I will agree with some people have been saying that the joins are not as slick as even the Knit Pro interchanges that I've got, or even the basics. But you know what? I know they'll get it right. I know they'll get it right. So I still enjoy them. I still love them. It flies when I'm on the stockinette section. I'm not doing all this patterning. So yes, hopefully by next time you'll see more on that. Right. So that is everything I've finished. That is everything I've knitted. Everything I am knitting. Let's go on to, oh my goodness, Sally cannot stop spending money. So, I went to, last week, when the day after both the boys finished exams last week, I packed up Matthew and we went to Pretoria to I Love Yarn. It's a half-an-hour drive from here, from me, and I just love going there. I could spend all day there, but I did have my son, so I didn't. I went to, my primary object was to get, they're the only people in South Africa that sell the zings, so I knew I wanted to get some zings for that cardigan to try it, because I've only got on the sock for my socks. So I knew I wanted to get that. What else? Oh, and then I went for presents. So I got a lot of stuff, but you can't see it because some of it's in Cape Town with that pink-haired nutter. I hope you all watch it, pink-haired girl, and her crazy daughter. And some of it I've still got a gift. So not everything I bought you're gonna see. What I bought for myself is, I don't have purple socks, people. I want purple socks. So this is not exactly the purple I want, but it's African Expressions. It does not have a colorway, and it is on their sole base, which is 15% kit merino, 15% mulberry silk, 50% merino, and 20% polyamide nylon. Why can't we just call it what it is? So there's that. It's a purple and a grey, and then I thought I got the pink and the natural one as well. So those will be socks at some point in time. I showed you what I got from Gina. What I didn't show you what I got from Gina was, she's so naughty. I love it to pieces. Halloween decoration. It's going on my Christmas tree, which is why it's still got the tag and everything on it. It's not going up for Halloween. It's going on my Christmas tree. So yes. We are making in my knitting group and on the South African sock board, we are making a blanket, we're thinking of you blanket. One of our members had a tragedy. So we're making a thinking of you blanket. And her favorite color is orange. And in the beginning, I thought, I'm not going to do orange. Everybody's going to do orange. Everybody knows how much she loves orange. So I'll just do some natural colored squares for the blanket. And then I went to I Love Yarn. Now they've got their own yarn that they dye. And of course, the natural yarn did not call to me. Not when I've got a wall of beautiful colors to choose from. So of course I chose orange. So this one is called Orange Light. This is their own yarn. It is DK. It is, does not say. It just says 100% wool. I Love Yarn, Creative Elegance, hand dyed in South Africa, and the base is called Grace. It's 50 grams. I was going to say 50 kgs. It's 50 grams. And this one is Orange Light. The next one I got, how rude, doesn't have a name. It's this one. How rude, it doesn't have a name. Does this one? No. So there's that one and that one. What is this? And then there's this one. It's got no name on it either. How rude. Okay, so that's that. Can you tell I was feeling a bit sorry for myself? Sally Jane was on Yarn Stash PMB's website, and she was like, have you seen this color that Wendy has dyed? And I was like, oh my sack, I need that color. So what I did was, Sally Jane bought one to see what it looks like. It's fun. Sally Jane bought one to see what it looks like, and then she took more photos and she sent it to me. She says, absolutely gorgeous. You have to. So I went online and there was 2 more left, which is fine because I've got something else I want to pair it with. I've already got a pattern in Ala Majalis. I will get to it after I'm finished my blanket. I'm going to sneeze, people. Done. Okay, so it's Yarn Stash. It's 100% merino in her Superwash DK yarn. Got a number, I'm not going to tell you. I said she must call it Vamp Red because I think it's absolutely stunning. And there it is. Dun dun dun. Oh, it's beautiful, people. I got 2. And then I'm getting the third one from Sally Jane. And then I'm going to put it with, I got lovely greys from her. I'm going to put it together and we're going to have an awesome pullover that I've already chosen. I feel like a klutz. So what came was the last month of my sock club from M, the National Geographic sock club from M. Okay, I'm going to show you the stuff we got. We got this awesome bright yellow. Now, I was like, I wonder what that's for. And Sally Jane was like, that's for your toes and heels and cuffs check. I'm like, eh. We got this beautiful little tin. I still can't figure out what that is. You need to tell me. Inside the tin is this cool stitch marker. It's a miniaturized National Geographic. Oh. Okay, anyway. It's a miniaturized National Geographic. And then, okay, I'm somehow going to put this on because I haven't worn it because I'm very good. I'm very bad at keeping stuff to open, but once it's open, I'm very good at just keeping it to show you guys so I don't forget. Shit, I just broke it. Okay, I'll have to fix it. I just broke it. It's a beautiful necklace with a heart on it. But now I just broke it. So I can fix it. Don't stress, people. I can fix it. With a heart pendant on it. Oh, hold the phone. It's one of her yarn cutters. I didn't even notice that, Em. Okay, so that's that. And then the yarn. I have loved all three that I've gotten, but this is my favorite, Em. I love this one. It's called National Geographic Sock Club Aurora Australis. It's blacks and purples and greys and yellows. I love this one. I'm actually quite easy to please, to be honest. As long as you don't give me mustard, I'm actually very easy to please. Sally Jane and I were talking about it the other day. As long as it's not mustard, I don't do mustard. Oh, I'm very easy to please. So that was my last sock yarn. She needs to do another one next year. At the moment, I think she's still got the shawl one available in her Hello Pretty shop. Go check. Please don't shout at me if allowed. Okay. So then, presents. Because, like, you know, I don't buy myself enough stuff. Oh, and the patterns I've bought, people, because all the designers are having sales. Oh, look at the time. You people are getting an extra long one. I want to fix this. I don't want to break it even more. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to leave it over there so I fix it. My magic swap from I've just gone. Ellie from the Effer and Die podcast arrived with the bestest mule from the UK ever. He's also the cutest mule ever. Caleb. Thank you, my love. And in it was a whole load of stuff. Now, I haven't actually looked at this again since I opened it because I got it. In the early November. So I need to get, sorry people, I lost the card. I need to get the card out, right, and tell you. Okay, so, okay, so she's going to explain to me, because the theme was magic, but good magic, not bad magic. I'm a bad magic person, an evil magic person, as you can all tell. Right, so the fun bright mug, which I love, with all the pretty flowers on it. I do love red and purple. Okay. It produces happiness hormones. How cute is that? It's so cute. You see, I haven't even used it. I can now use it. I didn't even use it. So now I can use it. I put everything in the box. Tea. Now, I did say to Ellie, who knows I'm not a tea drinker. Are you trying to convert me to tea? And she said, no, read the card. I was like, okay, read the card. Because I open everything first before I read the card. So, this tea will warm you when you're cold, cool you when you're warm, cheer you up when you're sad, and calm you when you're overexcited. Something capable of all of this is surely magic. How flippin' So I got some PG Tips original tea. I will admit, Ellie, my dad has seen this, and he was like, that's mine. And I was like, no, I'll tell you what, when you come here, I'll make you this. But no, it's not yours. What else? Okay, then she sent me some really cool fabric with a whole load of, I don't know, are these pin-up ladies or... It says, wake me up when the kids are grown. TGIF, thank God I'm fabulous. What does this one say? All the coffee beans in Colombia won't make me a morning person. Me, no, really me. All I want is everything. Somebody has to be the cutest. And what's this one? Yoo-hoo, has anyone seen my sanity? I was like, you know, it's like this. Well, lordy frickin' da. I say that often. How did she know? And she said I must create something sassy with this. Okay, I got this amazing flamboyant yarn. It's hand-dyed yarns. It's in the meteoroid, I can't say that word, colorway. It's 75 superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. Oh, no, it's not. It's in the chocolate candy beans colorway. Oh, it's got sparkle, people! And it's gorgeous! Okay, and what did she say? Everyone knows stellina is actually fairy silver. So there was that beautifulness. I've got so much beautiful yarn all of a sudden. Okay. Then this one is Just Because Jinx is Magic. Jinx, who's Laura. Go check her out. She does the Dyer's Notebook podcast, yes. And the colorway is Erith. And this one is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And it's just like, I thought it said sick fingering. It says sock fingering. And I just love it too. It's pinks. There's like a lot of pink. And then other colors are like speckled through it. But it's variegated. Yeah, you know me. Right. Oh, yes. Okay, now I'm actually going to save that one to last, Ellie, because that one's the bestest. I love that one. Okay, but which one's which? And I got this cool notebook. I'm so easy. You know what? Just send me a notebook and I'm like, I'm making all the lists. I make all the lists. So I got this awesome one from Ellie. I love this size because this size I can actually use in my handbag. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. Love it. And then because my boys wanted this one, but they want their school books to be this one. See? The Book of Magical Thinking. It's also a notebook. This one's going to be my knitting notebook for next year. So cool. So freaking cool. And what did she say? Charms. I got... Oh, look at this envelope, people. Dig it. Charms, because life is better with a touch of sparkle. Oh, Ellie. And we don't get Martha Stewart's crafts here. And I got 3. There's a fern leaf, another leaf, and I'm taking that as a fern leaf, and a buddy bird. So So I need to put those on something really beautiful. Oh, and then the bestest thing ever. You see, I told you, I'm leaving the best part of Ellie's parcel to the end. Oh, no, there's two things. Oh, I'm such a doorknob. Ding dong, doorknob here. She made me a project bag out of the material that she made herself a dress out of. When I saw the material, I was like, oh, I love that material. Oops. Look at the owls and the ravens. Oh, so I love it. Ellie now sells these bags in her shop if you want to go buy them. Drawstring, and it's got one of these toggles on it to keep it shut. Can I fit any of my projects in? I'm sure I can. See, people bags. Okay. She knitted me a hat, people. She knitted me a hat. People, she knitted me a hat. Check that. Okay, so everything handmade with love by me. No, man. Oh, everything handmade is made with love by me, which is my gift to you. And I will say, as hot as it was the night that I got my stuff, I did walk around in my hat. My boys are like, you know you're bonkers, Mom. Oy vey. You know you're bonkers, Mom. It's like 45 degrees outside. Not really. I do like lots and lots. I do like lots and lots. Ooh, check my 50s, my 20s hair going out here. Whee! I feel like a clipper. Not a slapper. Now, okay. Oh my greatness. Look at the time. I have Sally, don't wait so long to podcast again, please. Even if it's a 2-second episode. Right, so Sally Jane and myself are doing a spoil the bazookas out of each other event swap. 25 days of spoil each other rotten. So, day one. Oh, no. And I'm going to do both of them at the same time. And in the South African subgroup, we did a Christmas swap, and you could choose what you wanted to do. So you could do 12 days of Christmas, 24 days of Christmas. You could do a big present that could only be opened on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, or you could do whatever you wanted. But there was a budget, and, well, there wasn't a budget. There was just a minimum amount that you had to spend on each other. So mine came from Heidi Bears. Heidi Bears. On day one. Which is so cool. What have I done? Oh, no, I haven't done anything. A Star Trek thread catcher. So what it is like a mini dustbin that you keep next to you when you're weaving in your ends. Purple. See? And then it collapses to be stored in your notions pouch. How freaking clever is that? And she made it, people. Heidi made it. Heidi is a genius. She's a freaking rock star genius. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Freaking rock star genius. Oh, I did need to. I had a bit of a fangirl moment. Enough that. I have lots of fangirl moments. I'm a bit of a geek nerd. My day one from Sally Jane was day one. Come down to Christmas. I got a beaded reindeer. I'm so cool. We don't have an elf on our shelf in this house. We now have a reindeer, and he does things, and he gets moved all over the house because the children and myself cannot agree where he needs to go. So he gets moved all over the house. We don't have an elf. We have a reindeer, and we are South African, so we can be different. So I have a reindeer. I got, actually I haven't eaten any of this and I want to. Darling Sweet Orange and Pomegranate Toffee. We are also both big, proudly South African chicks, and where we can, we do prefer to shop South African and promote all the things South African. I got the Christmas mini skein. I got the chocolate mousse. Oops, show you upside down. And I got 3 violet buttons. I followed 3 violet buttons on Instagram. Everything that lady does, I just want. I want everything. She, oh, her colors scream at me. Buy me, buy me, buy me. This is funky socks on her superwash merino nylon base. I just love it. How's that orange? How's that green? Oh, these are so my next year Halloween socks. I might not knit them in Halloween. I might knit them before, but they're so my next year Halloween socks. They are so epic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that was my day 1. Yeah, now I can eat all the things and use all the things. My day 2. Clearly, Sally Jane and Heidi think I smell. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I got, so from Heidi, I got Lush. Now, Lush has just come to South, well, no, I lied. Lush has recently come to South Africa, not just, and they've only ever had a shop in Cape Town, and now they've opened up one in Rosebank. So I don't have much Lush stuff. I've received from Sally Jane, and Rosebank is not very convenient. Rosebank's not very convenient for me. It's not far. It's not far. It's just in the opposite direction of what I normally do everything in. So I haven't been. So I got Lush Homemade Cosmetics Dreamtime. And it says, run yourself the perfect temperature bath. Drop this in and watch it slowly melt away to leave you surrounded in a silky smooth bath of exquisite oils and fragrances. I can't take it out because it like melts in my hands. It looks like a slab of butter, and that's what it actually feels like. But it's got, can you see it's got things? It smells beautiful. I love the bag. Fighting against animal testing. Love the bag. Love, love, love. So that, as soon as we're on proper holidays, people, Lush.com. I wonder if they do delivery here. I'm all about ordering online at the moment. Well, I didn't have time to do anything else. Yeah, as soon as the boys are on real holiday, I'm taking a 95-hour bath with all the stuffs. So there's that. And like I said, Sally Jane and Heidi clearly thought on day 2. By day 2, I was stinky. Please hold it. I'm just picking up something off the floor. All Sally Jane's parcels came with these little cute little things. I'm going to turn them into stitch markers. Or zipper pulls for my bags. I think they're so cool. I wanted to put that one back in. So, day 2, this way Santa. My packaging is so nowhere near as awesome as what I've gotten from both the ladies. My Heidi Bear's one is in all the paper Star Trek. And Sally Jane's has got all these cute little sayings on it. This way Santa and what was the other one say? Countdown to Christmas. So I know what these 2 yarns are. The first one was, the first mini skein I got was M. It was Sally Jane's Christmas socks that she got last year. And this one is the Ginger Twist Studio Outlander colorway that she got. I got another chocolate, because you have to have chocolate. Another chocolate. This one is the mint one. Then I need to tell you about this. So what happens in the morning is Deacon brings me through my 2 packages that I get. Because yes, I'm a spoiled bitch. My 2 packages, spoiled brat. Sorry. And then he opens one and I open the other. He knows it's not for him, but he just likes opening it. So he opened Sally Jane's on the 2nd. And the first thing he took out the bag was this, okay, so let me show you. It's from Rain. I love the shop. I found one close to me and I could buy the whole thing. It's www.rainafrica.com. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like I say, proudly South African. And it's aloe therapy hand butter. And my poor, I've just woken up, child says to me, Mom, that's not going to taste nice on toast. It did take me a while to register what he meant, because I was like, but it's cream for your hands, why would you want it on toast? And then, because it says butter. And it's for Sally Jane asked the ladies, because she's good like that. She doesn't just go in. It's good for eczema. So I did use it yesterday. It smells divine. It smells divine. I do not have an eczema flare up at the moment, so I can't tell you if it does, but it smells divine. It smells divine. It's going next to the side of my bed for first thing in the morning, well, after bath, and then before bedtime. I love the fact that it comes in like this bottle. I think that's so cool. Right, and then the other thing in here, which confused the children to no end, was they're called earth eggs. Yeah, what the fuck is an earth egg? Why is she sending me eggs from her chicken? So, earth eggs are like a fizzball with attitude and purpose. They have the same constituents as a fizzball on the outside, but have cocoa butter and essential oil inside and are coated with natural herbs, seeds, and flowers. And there's a lot more, but I'm not going to carry on reading it. And I got 6 different ones. I got bergamot and poppy, saffron sweet orange. She saved me from getting the rooibos one. Mint and mulberry, rose, lavender, and Cape fynbos. She saved me from the rooibos one because she knows I don't like rooibos. See, bestest friend ever. So, comes in an egg box. Dinkum in an egg box. Oh, so freaking cool. I'm so freaking cool. And you get a little baggie with it. And I was like, what's that baggie for? Had to ask the pink-haired nutcase. And inside is, I don't want to tip it out, these 6 eggs. So what you do is when you bath, you can either drop these straight in the bath and then have all the bits floating around. But if you don't like bits floating around, then you pop it into the bag first and then you put it into the bath. You see, us South Africans, we are most clever. That's all I'm going to say. And then today is day 3. You know, people, I'm actually dying of thirst. I did not make enough coffee. My coffee's finished. So, thankfully, this is it. After this, then it's just, I don't think there's any news for me to tell you. What else do I normally tell you? That's it. So, day 3 from Heidi Bears came. And I have a feeling that her parcel is like Star Wars, Star Trek themed. Because day 3 were, please hold. Your call will be attended to momentarily. Were these amazing buttons from Incomparable Buttons, which again is South African. www.buttonmad.com, giving employment to women in South Africa. You've seen these on Sally Jane's podcast. Everybody in South Africa absolutely loves these buttons because of what they do, and they are fantastic quality. So, that was from Heidi. I know I have to find something to make with that needs star navy blue buttons. I will. I promise. I will. From Sally Jane on day 3, awesome again, was I was just about to Platz. A chocolate. I was going to Platz because I couldn't find the chocolate. Chocolate's important, people. Chocolate's important. It's one of the major food groups. Opal sock yarn. It looks familiar, but I can't remember. I don't think I've used this one yet. Opal Pakyan. And then I got macadamian nougat. I love nougat. I do love nougat. And Sally Williams, I love Sally Williams as well. I don't want to lie. I do love Sally Williams nougat. And I got macadamia, which is one of my favorite nuts, because I'm nuts. And then, because she knows that this family can eat its weight and then some in biltong. My youngest calls it butong. You could never say biltong. Biltong is nicer than jerky, I have been told by Americans. I have been told. So she sent me some Kalahari biltong. Biltong made from selected cuts of beef with our own traditional spice recipe for enhanced beef. I almost said behavior. Flavor. We love biltong! The last thing she sent me today caused major drama and should have had a warning. I will say, oh, you want to see? Okay, I got a witch tattoo. Caused major drama in my house, Sally Jane. This morning when I opened your package today. I had children going mental. I had animals jumping all over me because Sally Jane sent Sparky, Mojo, Bibble and Poppet, who are my dogs, a gift package. I thought the dogs were going to eat it as it is. They started going mad as soon as Deacon walked in the room this morning, and I couldn't figure out why. When we opened it, I figured out why. Sparky is a Labrador, and he's already all over the place, and he's in your face, and he's big and everything. So as soon as he smelled this, and as soon as Deacon walked in the room, he went kabonkers, and all he tried to do was get at me. It was most of the funnest. But yes, so they're going to love that. We're going to split it up so that they have Advent treats as well every day. There's two big ones that we said. There's a big bone and there's a big dog. We're going to split between the 4 dogs. I don't actually think I'm going to, because the 3 chihuahuas, it will take 4 years to feed those things. So people, I have now, I think this is the longest I've ever spoken to you. It is over an hour. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's not too long. So, I will say, if you want to see progress, note one thing at a time. And totsies from me. And I will see you next week, because the boys will be on holiday. So, totsies!